Right, let's have a look at local search. So in many searches, many searches have local intent, especially when searching for a business. Now, for example, the search for restaurant brings up the area search that this is from and the local map. So in here, I've typed in restaurants into Google search, and I'm at UTAS here in Launceston, and as a result, it's come up with basically all businesses, because they go, well, someone searching for restaurants is probably, not going to be looking at eating somewhere, right? Of all the myriad of reasons to be searching for a restaurant, I could be wanting to buy a restaurant, fair enough, that might be one reason why you search. But what other reasons would you search for a restaurant? There's probably many, but by far the most obvious, the most common reason is because you want to go to a restaurant, right? So search engines know that, and they go, well, if you're searching for a restaurant, we're going to show you what's local, what's around you. So it comes up with a few in there. The first one's an ad from KFC, and the other ones are all around in this area. It's surprisingly that the top result is the actual restaurant on campus, which is now closed. So the search results are businesses that are local to that current search position, and this includes organic results and paid results. So this is organic, Dave's Noodle Box, and KFC's paid. It also gives me a where I am, so my little blue circle there, which I've put a big red circle in there to help find it, and the location of where the other businesses are searching for. So local is actually quite important for search engine optimization. So other factors for local ranking factors are the Google business profile. Now, I've briefly mentioned this before. When you have a business like a website and stuff like that, you can go link your Google account with your business, and you can go in and fill in all this extra detail. And this is a really good idea. I recommend you do that. You can also add your location to the Google Maps and stuff like that, and add photos and all that sort of stuff. So if you're doing that, you're providing useful information. You're basically helping Google to help their customers find you, all right? So the NAP, which is your name, address, and phone, because if you're a good reputable business that is actually wanting people to contact you, then you're going to have that there. Structured citations, such as business app directories and customer reviews. All right. So we're going to quickly look at now so that was local search. So we're going to look at also the future of search engine optimization. So SEO is continually updating and improving two main factors that contribute to why it's continually updating. And we're going to look at how to combat, or what Google does, or search engines in general do to combat black hat SEO. Remember, that's the black hat's the bad guys. And then look at innovation and improvement. So black hat SEO refers to the use of unethical or manipulative techniques to improve a website search engine rankings. These techniques violate search engine guidelines and can result in penalties. So if you actually go to Google and to the Google developer site, where they've got a lot of information about how search engine optimization works and stuff like that, and what Google's currently doing, they have in there the guidelines and the rules and stuff. What you are allowed to do, what you're not allowed to do. Well, it's not so much that you're not allowed to do them legally, but if you do them, then you're going to get penalized by Google in their search rankings. So of course, as marketers, we don't want to do them. So they do provide us with advice and guidance of where they currently are at with their technology and innovation, and what the new things are coming through to improve their experiences for their customers. So some websites are removed completely from search engine results. So if you are a marketing person, or work at if you're a marketing manager within a business and you don't have time to do your own digital marketing, you think, I'll just get a search engine optimization company to do that. Just be careful, because they could be doing more damage. You're paying them to make things worse, basically. So that's why we want to train you, understand that, how it works, so that you can tell the difference. All right. Black hat includes keyword stuffing, the practice of overloading a page with keywords and try and manipulate the search engine rankings. So just keep using the same. And you see this sometimes. It doesn't even make sense. You're just reading stuff. It's just using the same keywords over and over again. Cloaking is showing different content to users than what is presented to the search engine crawlers in order to deceive search engines. Now, I'm not sure if any of you have done this, but if you go to Google, you can go past and look at the cached image of what that Google thinks that website is, and then they update it or manipulate it somehow, redirect it to be something completely different than what Google thinks it is. Link schemes is the practice of artificially creating links to websites in order to improve its rankings, such as buying or exchanging links. Remember I said off-site SEO is really important, and is part of the way that Google determines, the credibility or the quality of a website by how many other people link to it. So you go, well, hang on, I'm going to start a company, or I'm going to, for my company, I'm going to pay other websites to link to my website. It's completely irrelevant and adds no value to users other than, all I'm trying to do is manipulate the search engine to think that my website's more, valuable to their searchers than what it actually is. So Google's a pretty smart company, and they go, well, if you do that, we're just going to push you down the rankings. Content automation, using software or tools to create large amounts of low quality content for the purpose of ranking in search engines. What used to happen is people would just auto-generate this stuff, get chatbots and stuff to produce content and just post it. No one really wants to read it. It's boring as anything. It doesn't relate to market activity, but it's trying to trick the Google algorithm to go, oh, they're constantly putting new, fresh content on their website. And doorway pages, creating multiple pages with similar content but different keyword targeting to try and capture as much search traffic as possible. So that's also, bad. It's not adding value, you're just manipulating the system. Right, so let's have a look at, jumped 2 slides there. Let's have a look at innovation. So the Google search algorithm is a complex set of rules and calculations that determine the ranking of web pages. I tried to put a picture of algorithms on this slide to show you how they work, because I think, if you see a picture of an algorithm, it helps. But basically, it didn't work. I couldn't find a picture that was suitable. But basically, it's like, if you search, if this happens, then you do that. Then if that happens, then you do that. And then that goes. So it's basically a map of what happens in different situations. The Google algorithm is not publicly disclosed. It's a very closely guarded secret. But Google do release details about updates that they do. And the reason why they do this is to help marketing people like us to provide more value to them as a search engine. So it helps Google to help their customers, and in the end, everyone's better off for it. So I've got a image here from Bright Edge, and this basically shows the Google updates as we went along. So first of all, in 2011, which was quite a while ago, they released the Panda update, and then producing and optimizing unique and compelling content. So Google went, well, in 2011, which is ages ago, it seems obvious to us now, and I've been talking about it in the lecture, they're like, we're going to rank higher websites that provide optimizing and unique content. Fair enough. Then they had the Penguin update, which is about page layout, so how the pages are laid out. It's going to have some impact on there. Then the Hummingbird update was creating and optimizing content that the audiences actually wanted, so they used like those bounce through rates and stuff like that. 2014 they had the EAT concept. This is still fairly like the EAT acronym is fairly common or popular in search engine optimization, but it's a bit old now. So it's the concept of search quality guidelines to ensure websites and users experience authoritative content that can be trusted. So it's expert, authoritative, and trusted. And that's where the backlinks come into it, right? That's what they use for there. Then they had the mobile update 2015, where a lot of people, mobile phones got a lot better and better and better. More people were using mobile phones, so they went, well, hang on, we have to prioritize search engines. So in our search engines, we're going to prioritize rankings for those that are optimized for mobile phones, especially for the people on mobile phones. Then we had the mobile friendly 2.0, which was again the next level of that. Thread snippet length of quality updates. So people don't like reading lots and lots of stuff, so whether I put the snippets on there, basically a quick overview of what that web page or that website was about, they got better rankings because then users could determine quickly whether that was appropriate for their search or not. And mobile first indexing, we've got BERT, improving the understanding of consumer. Also the broad core update focused on mobile content. So throughout this stage, there was a big mobile first going on. Improving the understanding of consumer intent through conventional type search themes. So it's not just the words that you're typing, but the themes that they relate to as well, and the history that the search history. Pandemic response, so consumer behavior, content minimization. It's really interesting. I'm not sure how many of you watching this, but Google was trying to map out the pandemic of the coronavirus, like COVID-19, and they were doing it with a high degree of accuracy about where how the virus was spreading around the world, and particularly in America, based on people's search terms, right? And you could see this if you got the time. Go check it out if you're interested in it. They could see. Oh, hang on. California has had an outbreak because of the search terms, and sure enough, the COVID results came in, and California did have an outbreak. So they could just map that across different cities when they're having outbreaks based on Google search terms. Then we've got the passage-based indexing, page experience update, and core web vitals. This is sort of the back end of what's going on there. And the product algorithm update, focusing on identify high-quality reviews for users. And we haven't really had a chance to talk about that much yet, user reviews. We're going to talk about that going further on into digital marketing. But if you've got a website that has very low customer views, obviously that indicates to Google that it's probably not such a valuable business to send their customers to. Or if you've got higher rank, like 4 or 5 stars, Google's going to go, well, our customers are going to be happier. Like when I say Google customers, it's people searching to go to that website, because if the majority of customers are giving them really good rankings, then the likelihood that our customers we're sending them to are going to have good experience as well. Right, that's it for search engine optimization for the internal side. I'm going to do a quick video on the external side of search engine optimization now.